Hey you, it's Jess here, and we are doing another flip through of my spreads in my 2023 Caress Press inserts. And if you want me to see me setting these up and decorating them, that was in Planmas, and there is a last year, and there is a playlist for that. But we're doing April through June, and let's get straight into it. I do love this quote from J.R.R. Tolkien. She walks in starlight in another world. I assume that's either about Arwen or it's about Luthien or possibly even Galadriel. I don't know. There's so many beautiful women in Tolkien, so who knows. But April, we're really getting into the spring and summer spirit, although it was only until mid-June. It was still cold, basically. But then we got a lot of heat at the end of June. But April was pretty busy in terms of plans in here. So let's get into the spreads. The first one is, this was the ice cream mystery, the June mystery, which has been re-released from SPC, and I used a mixture of SPC and Caress Press Gold birthday bundles because I use this for my partner Locke's birthday. They turned 35 on the 6th. And they love ice cream, so I thought this would be perfect, and by adding the birthday overlays, it just made it a little bit more party. But yes, I did some work this week, filmed some hauls, I got Happy Mail in, which we always love. I started the next Brandon Sanderson book, Frugal Wizard, from his secret project stuff. What else? We got, basically our thing was, do we order a cake and cook steaks, or do we order steaks and bake a cake? So we decided to bake a cake and ordered steak. Because our total thing for birthdays and any holidays now is cake and steak. So that's what we did. We baked a little chocolate cake. And my Sims 4, my very first generation of my Not So Berry challenge. So it's like a 10 generation challenge. The first generation died this day, and then generation 2 died. I was playing a lot in these like few days here. So I really got through some time in this part. Oh, and this Gen 3 is done. Oh no, they were done. So they had I completed their generation challenge things, but I don't think they were gone. Anyway, I dyed my hair black. This is the first Saturday. If you watch my last flip through, we've been watching a movie every Saturday for a movie challenge list. But this day we didn't really feel like watching a film, so we kind of fell off from here. We do want to get back into it, but we just haven't been in the mood for films, you know what I mean? Yucky tummy. Oh dear. My stomach has been on and off, especially this year, you know what I mean? But well, that is, I don't know, there wasn't much else. We're kind of chilling, did some work. I think, I finished a custom this week, send files, so that was great. And then, I put this in for April because I still think April and purple. So I decided, and I really wanted to use this. So this was a mystery from Caress Press. Really fun, astronomy artist mystery, and I just used the foil bundle that came with it, the celestial one. Luck was on holiday this week. Yeah, they took a holiday for a week off from work because they gotta use all their weeks, you know? And in Finland, you get a lot of paid holidays, so that's nice. Tuesday we went out and we got our passport photos done, and you want to know, so this is April 11th, it's now 7th of July, and our Australian passports have been mailed to us from Australia, so yay! I'm so glad I got that whole thing done, but it started on the 11th when we got the photos done, and then we went to the cinema and watched Dungeons and Dragons in person, at the cinema. Loved it so much. Yeah. I really had a lot of fun, and I hope they do another one. But if not, I'm happy with one film just to watch it. Played some Sims, did some work. What did I do for work? Oh, I finished up Lemonade, it looks like. And I released it this Saturday, so I have a fun little drink sticker for Lemonade. Made more of buffalo chicken dip. If you watch the last, I'm filming these back to back, but if you watch the last flip, we got really into buffalo chicken dip thanks to Andrea of SPC. So you'll see that a bit. Organized our closets. I think both Locke and I did that this week. Went through all of our clothes. We like did the whole trying everything on. Finished The Frugal Wizard and started the book Station Eternity, which was so good. The second book is coming out at the end of this year, and I'm so excited. If you want to read like a murder mystery, but it's in space, Station Eternity, so good. All those hard rubbish, that's what we call it in Australia, where you put out like old couches and furniture and stuff, and they collect it. It's called hard rubbish there, but they did like a collection thing here, so we threw out a whole old rug and things like that. So that was nice, and it usually gets recycled here in Finland. And then, we did go back to our movie. I think we decided we couldn't decide what movie we actually wanted to watch this week for that prompt. But we did watch this week's, which was The Lighthouse. So good. I think I'm actually really love Robert Eggers' films. This is the first of his that I ever watched, and I really loved it. It's weird AF, and I loved it. So we still quote this film, actually. The Lighthouse. I highly recommend for something really weird. It's very adult too, by the way. So just warning. I had AirPod issues. So this is when my AirPods basically died, like the right one. So you had the two of them, the right one died. And this has happened to me like every single pair of AirPods I've ever had. But this is the fastest it's ever happened. So that made me sad. So I haven't bothered to buy another pair because they're only like 6 months old, these ones. And I think that's a bit of a waste, to be honest. So eventually I'll probably buy more, but we'll see. I should just take it to the shop, but we don't have an official Apple store here, so anyway. Then this is April, the last week of April, and this was Andrea's birthday. It was on the Sunday, so I used this old, I think this is 6-year anniversary, the Planet Heaven set, which she reformatted. So I'd use that to represent her birthday. And I used the mixed metal champagne lights and sparkly hollow for her as well. And I did some filming of a vlog, did a whole bunch of work. Oh, I got Hip Hip Hooray done this week, I think. Is that what I got? Yeah, so I got the balloon here for that release. Hip Hip Hooray, which I should really do those recolors soon. So we have a bit more for like the latter half of the year. Because these were more summery colorways. What else? Filmed hauls, so I got Happy Mail. What? Sounds like a plane. Anyway. Finished book. Oh, Station Eternity is what I was reading. What else? I don't know, just lots of work. Like, endless work. Hip Hooray was a lot of work, to be honest, doing the 2 colorways. I don't know how all the other artists do those, just as standard practice, because I hated it. It was just so much work and so many listings. Ugh. So definitely props to you if you do multiple colorways. More buffalo chicken dip. We watched the movie Insomnia. That was really good. That was the American remake with Al Pacino. I really enjoyed that. I feel like it could have done a little bit more, a bit more oomph. But I think that was just the year that when it came out, that's just how filmmaking was at the time. I don't know. It was good. But yeah, and then Andrea's birthday. But not much else to say. We've been watching King of the Hill as well because that finally came to Disney Plus here. So we've been enjoying rewatching that. Oh, and then this week I started my spring cleaning. So I used it was a November mystery from SBC. It was like a spring cleaning mystery. And I really liked it how it had indoor scenes instead of a house because, of course, I'm cleaning an apartment. And I had to use Play With Me stickers, quotes, "You got this, girl, you got this," and "Smile, Sparkle, Shine" for my cleaning. So Monday I cleaned the bedroom and Heidi helped by lying over the bed. But I like pulled everything apart in our bedroom and really deep cleaned. And as I also relaxed by playing The Sims, but I was also doing some drawing during this time, working on a custom. I cleaned out offices and there was a black spot on the floor of Locke's office for like months, and I just decided this time I'm gonna get on the floor and I'm gonna scratch it with my own thumb, like my own nail, and it came off. But I don't know why, but like all the steam mopping I've been doing didn't get it off, but I just had to scratch it off myself, you know? I finished up a pen, which is so rare for me, so I was happy. And then I was kind of getting fed up with my Sims because I was using like an 8-year-old laptop, and although it ran, it looked like crap, and I was playing it so much, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna research laptops and see what is out there. I'm sure, like, obviously, gaming laptops are so much better now than they were 8 years ago. And my laptop was also like 6 kilos heavy, so yeah. And I was like, you know, I've been playing so much, I should upgrade and I can play other games as well. So that's what I was doing there. So I was still playing a lot of Sims, but I think after a while, when I finally decided on a laptop, I stopped playing for a bit. I had to do 2 days of relaxing from cleaning those first 2 days because I cleaned so much. Then I cleaned the whole bathroom, and my highlight was that I mopped the walls because we have a wet room bathroom, so everything is tiled. So I just mopped the walls, honestly. And then on Saturday, we washed the glass that's on our balcony. So our balcony is completely glassed in with windows, but you can like open them, and there's like a tiniest gap for air, which is great because it means Heidi can be on the balcony and be safe because it's all like locked in. And then you could open them all to wash them, but it did bring out my fear of heights. We're only on the 2nd floor, it's 2nd floor here and in America, but in Britain and Australia, we'd consider it the 1st floor. It's 1 floor up from the ground. And I was shaking, and it was terrible. I hate my fear of heights. It's so annoying because it's not hard to wash the glass, but it made it. Then I watched The Northman, which was Robert Eggers' latest film. And this was like a retelling of Hamlet, but as Vikings. Really, really good. Loved it. And then, because it was the day before May Day, or Vapu as it's known here, we made donuts from scratch. Really delicious. It was cardamom and cinnamon and sugar covered donuts for the holiday. I did some SimCC shopping, but we also had Subway and soup this weekend. But that was this week, so I got a fair bit of the apartment cleaned. It was basically just the living room and kitchen. So here's this very fun, bright May monthly. And this was pretty much the month of Eurovision. So the first week I decided to use it was a March mystery for this year from SBC. This was our sad girl art. I can't wait for this to get re-released next year because I definitely want more of them. But I really wanted to use it right away because I've been excited for this one. And I used the butterfly lavender holo foil that it came with. So Monday was Vapu. And I started my shop sale, and we just chilled out because it's Labor Day. That's what May Day is. So you can't do labor on Labor Day. It was hard fought. So, and I was reading The Last Unicorn this week. And then I started getting laptop issues, which kind of pushed me even further to finally buy the new laptop because it was not doing well. It's just so old. Doing work and filming. This day Log got a raise at work, which was so proud of them. They got a raise for doing high quality work, which was awesome. And what else? Oh, it snowed on the 4th of May. And it's like, snow? Really? It didn't really stick around, which is good, but it snowed, which is nuts because it's May. Come on. Such is living in Finland. And then on Saturday, it was the coronation of Charles III. I'm not really a monarchist, but I just got sucked into watching it, you know? It's just a historical thing having trade as a historian, and my period of time where I was like my century that I work on had Charles I and Charles II. So I feel like I should have watched the coronation of Charles III. So yeah, that ended up taking up all freaking day. And then we cooked spaghetti and meatballs. And this is when we cleaned the living room up. But yeah, pretty simple week. Yeah, I think I was working on my Gamer Girl set at this time, but I didn't get it finished. Then this was the week of Eurovision. I think this is the last week for a while that I had filmed. So then I think I showed this in a vlog but not finished, but this is my week of Eurovision, which is this Caress Press diamonds kind of set. I thought this would be a fun party set for Eurovision, especially because I was rooting for our Finnish entry. So I have quotes from Alicia Crafts from the Finnish entry. It's crazy, it's party, pina colada ya champagne, cha-cha-cha, and then obviously we have Eurovision 12 points. So my sale ended, we had fish and chips, and then Eurovision here because it was in England this year. And England's like, I think it's 3 hours behind us. So Eurovision didn't start till like 10 p.m. here or something crazy. So we're so tired. But semi-1 had Finland and we got into the final. And then working this week, You Got This on the sidebar as well as The Last Unicorn because I was trying to get my art set done. You can see I worked quite a lot during the week. Eurovision semi-final 2 was on Thursday. Australia played then and they got through, which I'm happy about. I think Luck was actually out most of Thursday, so I had delivery of pancakes and fries, which is the ultimate little kid meal, isn't it? But so delicious. And then I finished The Last Unicorn on Friday. It was a warm day on Saturday, that's nice. And then it was the Eurovision final and Sweden won. We won't get into it, but basically Sweden won the jury votes. Finland won the televote popularity, like the people who actually voted, people of Europe voted for Finland. The juries that they have, professional juries, voted for Sweden. But people still liked, obviously, Sweden because it's not a terrible song. It's not my kind of song, but yeah. So Sweden just won anyway, even though Finland got so many points. The second highest points from televote ever in history, which the first highest was Ukraine last year, and you're not gonna beat that. So it was very disappointing, Eurovision. I mean, I'm happy for Lorraine, and I didn't think it was a bad song. There was obviously worse songs of the night, but I'm still sad for our little green boy, Cha-Cha-Cha-Karia. But that's okay because now he's huge and good for him. But I know he was very sad about losing, but you know, that's what happens. And then here's some more work. I just did a lot of work and I got a crappy message this day, so I put cool thanks. Thanks a lot. Just messing with my mental health there. But anyway, what are you gonna do? Such is life. When you put yourself out there on the internet, yeah, you got to expect that. Then we have this week. This was a mystery from Caress Press, wasn't it? But I think it came with green, but I decided to put hollow with it. And I just have a cute Plan With Me stickers quote, which is sunshine and flowers. So this is like the start of proper spring and summer in my planner. And I just think it's very bright and fun. We did have a holiday on Thursday. It was Ascension Day. But yeah, buffalo chicken dip. We're having a lot. This is a rainy day, so that's nice. I released Gamer Girl on this day, and I also went and got my prescription refilled at the chemist. Oh, my sticker disaster. So I was gonna film this week, but I put this entire layout, except for the deco, luckily. I hadn't put the deco down yet, but all of this was actually on this week. And I was like, crud! Because this week specifically I was going to go see Lord of the Rings Return of the King at the cinema. So I kind of wanted this kit here. So I had to use like the left of, like, I have almost no undo. You can't buy it in Finland. So it was like the end of my undo to undo this whole 2 pages and put it here. You wouldn't be able to tell though, but yeah, that was my sticker disaster, which is why I didn't end up doing Plan With Me's for a while. And then, you know, just continued on, but yeah. And then Gen 4 of my Legacy Challenge of Sims, they died. Slate, he had an extended life because he was like a top bodybuilder, so they get extra long life. So then his child, Violet Generation 5, died on Saturday. So it's just nice to keep track of them, I think. And when they go, because I love them all, they're my little babies. You know, because once you get like further into these generations, I know it's a game, but then I'm raising them as little babies up until adults, and it's just so sad. Elle cooked risotto this day. Oops, I bought my wax. I think this was a Teddy B's pre-order was this day. Oh, I woke up at 5 a.m. with intense pain, which I had to take, which luckily, when this happens, I usually throw up from the pain, and it really freaking sucks. This time I was able to not throw up. I was able to get painkillers and hot wheat bag on me in time before I threw up. Because it's very annoying, because sometimes I'll take the painkiller and then I'll throw up. It's like, well, can I take another painkiller? I'm not sure. I probably just threw it up, you know what I mean? I'll stop talking about that, but I do get that occasionally. And then this day, we could because it's like summertime, we get seasonal grill, like grilling, barbecuing sets here in Finland. They love their seasonal food. And then a hot dog kit came out, so we were making those hot dogs. And then we made, we had leftover chicken, we had a zucchini and mushrooms. So we decided to tempura them. So good, so delicious. And I didn't know what to put in my sidebar, so I put Nin Ku Cha Cha Cha, which is from the Eurovision song, because I was still obsessed with it. Nin Ku means like, it's like a slang. It means like or such as, so like cha cha cha. And I got a custom done, I guess, this week. I'm not sure where. Send files. So there we go. And then, but then we kind of start into a time where I kind of stop drawing for a bit. Struggle week, as I say here. I don't know, it must have like been tipped off after this pain or something. But Monday, yeah, so this week I was seeing Lord of the Rings, Return of the King at the cinema. And I just used some, I used that, it wasn't Champagne Lights, it was like a sparkly gold and gold mixed metal from SPC, as well as some extra gold bits with my favorite quote, "There's some good left in this world and it's worth fighting for." I have to remind myself constantly at the moment. But Tuesday there was loud construction again. I think it was elsewhere. I think they dug up the side of the road near us. Playing lots of The Sims. I just wanted to like disappear into my game, honestly. Sent emails. And I put that bitch. So I think this was, I was finally like sick of struggling, and I did some hard emails. Maybe. I sent some emails. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was those hard ones, which is why I used that bee sticker. I also had thunderstorm this day, which is nuts. Just in my feelings, Heidi was loud, weird sleep. What you're gonna see through June is that I had a lot of bad sleep. And a lot of blah. Very pretty start of summer monthly though. So this is the week of the Ted Lasso final. The last episodes, we actually hadn't watched the last 3 before this week, so we actually binge watched 4 episodes. I can hear a truck outside, so I apologize if you can hear that too much. But I'm going to keep going because I want to finish this video because it's dinner time. Anxiety, can't sleep, insomnia, anxiety. Yeah. This is why I pretty much did nothing through June, because my body and my mind was a wreck. But I started getting into little Sims videos or scare emails. This is when I did those emails too. some people. They were very scary to do. We watched all 4 last episodes of Ted Lasso this day. I really enjoyed the final. I really enjoyed the show in the end. I loved it. So very happy. Love this show so much. Buffalo chicken dip for the end of Ted Lasso. And then my mum arrived from Australia on Friday. I met her at the hotel and we had lunch there. We walked the Esplanade. We bought strawberries at the market, outdoor market that they have on the what's it called? Like, you know, it's in front of the water with boats. We had coffees at the Phaser Cafe, and then she came back to our apartment and we got meals from Constant Molia, which is a traditional Finnish cooking restaurant. So that was nice. Then Saturday I had bad sleep, anxiety, did some gaming, cooked spaghetti, watched Abbott Elementary. Oh my god, I don't know what this truck is doing outside. Probably for the bar outside that's getting delivery drinks or something. This Sunday I met up with my mum again and we went to Cafe Alto, which is in the academic bookstore, which is like a lovely bookstore here, and I bought some books. Went to Stockman, which is like a big department store here. Another Phaser Cafe. Then on the way home I did some grocery shopping and we cooked tacos for dinner. But yeah, I was really happy with it. Oh, I also called my dad. I forgot to put it into the weekly spread, but I did have like a 2-hour phone call with my dad, so I put that in the sidebar. But I have a couple of quotes in here. I didn't really want to cover up any of the people that I drew. So we have, I do love a locker room. It smells like potential over the locker room. And then we have doing the right thing is never the wrong thing. And then we go into the next week, which this is the Freaky Friday kit, and I thought I'd pick this the week that my mom was here. She was going to be here for 2 weeks, but she decided to leave early on Friday instead. But we did a boat tour of the whole archipelago south of the city. So you can do like a big boat tours from Helsinki and see all the different islands and canals, which was nice. Did some listening to music. They have like anxiety. There was a film set downstairs, so I think they filmed something in a bar downstairs. So there was like, I saw this catering truck, but it wasn't like a food truck. So I was like, what the heck? Because there's no signage, but it was a catering truck for a film set. And they had like, you know, the lights and all that softens light stuff into the windows of the bar. So I guess they were filming something there, so that was fun to see. What is this truck doing? I just want to finish up. So I apologize if it's super loud, because they're super loud to me. On Wednesday, I was doing some work. I cooked a peach cobbler this night because we had some canned peaches I wanted to use up. Then on Thursday, I went and got lunch with my mum at Viking Harold, which is like, I guess, it's a novelty restaurant with like Viking food, and we bought the platter where they bring out all the meat and stuff on a sword. It was very fun. It was like, you know, you're eating as a Viking. I was able to get to bed early this night, but I think I had insomnia like this whole week. Then on Friday we caught the paddle boat to the zoo, which is on an island called Kasari Zoo. And we saw tigers there, and so I used the tiger sticker for the zoo, but there was a bunch of fun animals like bears and things. So it's the first time going on the zoo, so that was nice. I did get sunburnt though. We made fish and chips for dinner, and then my mum went home this day because she didn't. I think 2 weeks was a bit too long by herself. And then Saturday, my Generation 6 Tiger passed away. Tiger was one of my favorites. Slate and Tiger were my favorites, so at the moment. In the Generations, they just had so much personality, you know? Plus, who doesn't love someone called Tiger? Such an awesome name. She was the orange generation, so that's why she's called Tiger. Yeah, just a swearing face here in Lameo. You know how it is. Oh, and there was a whole bunch of video game, like, summer directs this weekend, so we were watching those. We're playing The Sims. But I did use the black punk bundle that came with the 90 anniversary from SBC, the punk planner kit. So I used the black one because I think I'm going to use a different color for the actual anniversary kit later this year, because I thought the black worked really well with this set. Then we get back more into spring and summer now. Sort of, it was still kind of like, it was very sunny on this day. I think this is when it started getting warmer. And then this week it started getting hot. We got a hot day here on Sunday. More important emails. I've just been emailing back and forth with this one office thing, which I need to email them again because I did those important emails and they haven't replied since, so I need to check in on them. But I put this quote from Plan With Me stickers, "You Are Enough." I think this is a really pretty lavender set from SBC. I think this is from last year. But Clean Tidy's paws, she had like dirt on her, stuck on her little paw pad, so I just washed them. I had chub eyelids that I wrote because I think I was getting allergic reactions, especially since being on the island at the zoo, which had a lot of flora and fauna, and being outside like a lot of the week. So I got a really bad hay fever allergic reaction, and both of my eyelids just like inflamed. They were super chubby. And it hurt my eyes. They actually were really dry and hurty. So, but luckily we have Zyrtec. But yeah, both of my eyelids were all chubby this day. I did get bubble tea though, which I rarely get these days. But and there was more construction on Thursday. I don't remember what that there was. It starts at 7 every time. Like, dudes, I don't wake up until 10. And then I decided to clean up my Sim CC. Wait, when did my laptop come? My new laptop. It should have been in this hole. Well, this should have been in this flip through. I'm very confused. When did that happen? Oh my gosh. Anyway, I cleaned up my Sim CC. Just like, I didn't want all of it there. I was nauseated this day. I don't know why. Not because of Lopez. We got guac and chips and tacos, but later that night, I was just feeling nauseated all night. And then I was watching Little Simsy's Nightmare Legacy playlist. Really, really fun. Saturday, we had ice creams, and we binge watched all of the new season of I Think You Should Leave. We like that weird, absurd, weird humor. So I love I Think You Should Leave. And then we started watching Black Mirror because I've never watched Black Mirror. Locke has, but not me. So we started from the beginning of Black Mirror, and I had insomnia. Even though I bed early. I had this weird thing where it's like I'll go to bed at like 9 and then sleep, wake up early, and then I will be awake until like 5 a.m. the next night, and then it's all over the place, my sleep. Hot day on Sunday, I cooked pancakes, and we binge watched, we started binge watching the last season part of the last season of Manifest, but we finished it the next day, I think. Finished Manifest on Monday. So that was a really pretty purple week. And I used that mistletoe foil bundle from Press. It's a mistletoe, so it's supposed to be winter Christmas, but I think it worked perfectly for this lavender spread because it looks like little sprigs of lavender. So I also love it for spring. Alright, and then this was a mystery from SPC as well, and I used a rose foil like this, like the floral design. And I just put in the sidebar, what the heck was this week? Because what the heck was this week? We'll go through it. First, we finished Manifest, and I actually really enjoyed the ending. I scoffed at one bit where, if you haven't watched it, I don't want to spoil it, but there was a bit where there was like a black creature that emerged, and I just thought that whole part was a bit weak. But I enjoyed the rest of it, and yeah. I'm not going to go through. I don't want to spoil it because if you want to watch it, like, it's one of those shows that's like Lost Light, but I think they wrapped it up so much better. It made so much sense, and we kind of agreed that we thought that's where it was going to go. But yeah, so I really enjoyed how it wrapped up, and I was happy with Manifest. It was really, really good. Like, everything basically came together and was explained, so that's great. And then the Righteous Gemstones started up again, so I'm using like the church stickers for that because it's about a televangelical family, but obviously it's making fun of them. I love gemstones, so. And then I was watching more Black Mirror and playing The Sims. And then on Tuesday, I wrote deep sea stuff because I didn't want to write. I didn't have any like non-super happy cute sea creature stickers because obviously this was during the Titanic submersible tragedy, I guess we'll call it. I feel very, very bad for the 19-year-old who was on board who didn't really have a choice. So rest in peace. But I put deep sea stuff because I was actually just reading stuff about the deep sea. Like there's this whole website where you can like scroll down through the levels of the sea and see the different sea creatures and at what level of the sea they live at. And I was like Googling the different fish because that was so freaking weird. And I wanted to see photos of them. And then I started, then I looked at, what was it called? Where they do diving for like oil rigs where they go deep in the sea. And then there's a whole like tragedy for that. Anyway, I went down through a wiki and YouTube hole, researching deep sea things because of that whole thing. But obviously that happened during this week. Watching more Black Mirror. We had watermelon this day because watermelon's in season and it's so dang good. And we got watermelon in the art even. I didn't go to bed until 4 a.m. I was working late. What was I working on? Medieval. I think I was working late on the double scene with the jousting. The medieval set took me forever, to be honest. I bought my tickets to see Barbie this day because the advanced tickets came out. I'm seeing it on July 20th, which I'm so excited. There's a Nintendo Direct. More Black Mirror, In My Feelings. Then it was Midsummer Eve, and Midsummer was on Saturday. And I got these stickers from Plan With Me Stickers as like a custom. We put in our passport forms to renew our Australian passports. So we did that on the 23rd of June. It's now the 7th of July and they have shipped our new passports. Isn't that crazy? It was so quick. It did cost a lot. But anyway, I'm glad that those passports are done because our Australian passports have actually been, what is it called? Like, they're expired. They've been expired since 2021. It took this so long just because first we're lazy, but also before that, because there was a lot of stuff to do for it. But before that, it was the pandemic, so, you know. And then we cooked sausage rolls. Very delicious. Very Australian/British. Love me a sausage roll. Then Saturday was a Midsummer, and that was the day that they had that whole Prigozhin, Wagner stuff. I'm not going to go into it, but I was doom scrolling that all day because I just had to see how it went. The insurrection, basically, in Russia. And all the coup, attempted coup, I don't know. YouTube's going to flag all this now, but yeah. So I'm not going to go into it anymore. We cooked burgers for dinner, for a nice midsummer meal. Watched some Black Mirror, and then I just put confused, because they got 200 kilometers to Moscow and then decided no more insurrection. We'll stop. We'll turn around and go back. And say, all right. Anyway, and then insomnia. Yay. It probably doesn't help also that it got hot and sunny, and the sun doesn't set until like 2 a.m. and then it rises at 4 a.m. So we don't get a lot of night anymore. And I totally have opposite sad, which is the sun and the heat makes me depressed, whereas in the winter, the lack of the sun, I'm fine. But when it's really sunny and hot, I can't stand it. So I've been dealing with all that this June, so it's nice. Sunday, I vacuumed the whole apartment. We had a rainy day, which was nice. Cleaned the bathroom. Did a whole bunch of stuff, try to get fresh back in my life. And had to bed early because of that. Yeah. So, and then I think this is the last week of June, so the last week of this flip through, and I think I filmed this and posted it, pretty sure. So you would have seen this, but this is Lilac Woods. This is the spring-summer version of my fantasy art, and this is more the Last Unicorn themed. And I use this lilac foil as well as the Plan With Me stickers quote, never let anyone dull your sparkle. And it was also Helsinki Pride Week, so I put that in the sidebar to put that. We watched Gemstones, had an IKEA delivery, just sort of organization stuff, not any furniture or anything. I was finishing up my medieval set this week and I released it on Thursday, and I used this cool little shield from SPC for that. But it was hot this week, so I got like hot day, always hot, blurg hot. It was just really, really hot all this week. And then this week, which I'm filming the 7th, as I said, it has been cold. So I don't know. This was the week of summer. Oh, Olivia Rodrigo's new song came out, Vampire, so I had that on repeat. More insomnia, playing The Sims. Although I went to bed at 6 p.m. this night, and I didn't wake up until 8 a.m. on Sunday. And then I had insomnia on Saturday night. Thanks, body. And then we've just been rewatching old seasons of I Think You Should Leave. And The Simpsons. Had chicken nuggets. Oh, I cut my hair on Sunday. I cut it all off. I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of my long hair. It's been hot all this week. My hair is falling out. It's constantly in like, it's all falling out. Oh, it's all growing back. Oh, it's falling out. Oh, it's all growing back. It's a mess. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna cut it off. And now it sits at like my shoulders. And I like it, so I'm happy with that. But that's how I ended my week. June was a lot. It was a lot. But that is the end of this flip through. I think it's gone on long enough, so I shall free you from me. But I hope you've enjoyed. Obviously, it'll be a while until we get the next one, which will be July, August, September. You'll get that in October, obviously. But I hope you enjoy this flip through. Yeah, and otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. I love you. Bye-bye.